everybody. Welcome back to Bare Ice. So, we are about 1 week into the 2022 Beijing Olympics. They have been eventful, to say the least. We are 2 competitions down. Team competition in the books, kind of, sort of. And then, of course, the men's competition wrapped up last night as of me recording this. So we're going to take a look at those 2 events, and then of course we're going to talk about some of the drama, because it wouldn't be the Olympics if there were not drama. We'll talk about a little bit of that, so let's get into it. So we'll talk about the team event first, even though as of right now, with me recording this, there's still a little bit of question regarding where everybody stands in the team event. Even though the results are final, as we said, there is some drama which might possibly have an effect on the team event, but we'll get into that later. For now, let's just take a look at what we've got. Russian Olympic Committee coming in first, 74 points. United States behind them, 65 points. Japan in third place with 63 points, and Canada fourth with 53 points. So in the men's event, and I guess it should be kind of noted that for all of the different events, there were no substitutions. Like, everybody skated both the short and the long, which I think they might have been the only team that did that. I feel like most teams kind of want to spread the wealth, but for whatever reason, Russia decided not to substitute anybody. So skating both sections for the men was Mark Kondratyuk. I think I said his name right. He did great. I feel like in terms of him kind of getting called up last minute, with Mikhail Kolyada not being able to compete. You know, he came in, he did his thing. He was third in the short program and finished second overall in the free skate. So, I mean, definitely got good points for ROC. I most definitely would have preferred to have seen Kolyada here. I just think he's such a gorgeous skater. But Mark held his own. He did what he needed to do and got the points that he needed for the Russian team. In the women's event, Kamila Valieva came out, made history, easy, no problem in the short program, gorgeous, no issues whatsoever. In the free skate, she became the first woman to land a quad at the Olympics. Technically, she landed 2, both the Salchow and the toe. She did fall on her on the third quad, the quad toe, and I don't know, I felt like she seemed really devastated at the end, which I think kind of sucks, because it was very clear she had already won. But I mean, I suppose there's nothing wrong with wanting to be great every time out, but I felt like she was disproportionately a little disappointed versus what she put out. I mean, she was great. She hit the triple axel, she hit 2 quads, she made history. I don't think she performed as much as I'm used to seeing her perform. You could tell she was really kind of dialed in to making sure that she hit the element. So, you know, had a bit of an issue there, but overall, easy win for her in both segments of the competition. In the pairs event, Mishina and Galyamov, they came in second in the short program and first in the free skate, but they had a really crappy fall at the end of their free skate. They weren't the best. Like, it's kind of strange to see them make mistakes. They usually don't make a lot of mistakes, but yeah, they kind of ate it at the end on that last lift, but popped right back up. I always say it, like, pair skaters, especially pair girls, they are some of the toughest people on ice. Like, you just slam into the ice and jump up with a smile on your face. Like, it's kind of crazy. But they did really well, second and first place points for them. And then finally, in the ice dance, we had Sinitsina and Katslapalov. A little bit of surprising, they came in second in both sections of both the rhythm dance and the free dance. Most people were kind of expecting them to run away with this, as they are the, you know, current world champions, but they got beat in both ones. And I can't say I'm not happy about it. I mean, I think they're beautiful, but I definitely think that Maddie and Zach and Maddie and Evan have better programs overall this year. So, you know, but still, second place points in both sections, and I mean, by the time we got to the end of the competition, it really wasn't a big deal anymore. Russia won this one, going away, no issues. Coming in second here, Team USA did a really good job. Nathan Chen got that monkey off of his back really early, knocking out the short program. He was fabulous, hit everything. I think that was a really big hurdle for him, considering how horrible his short program went in 2018. So really kind of set the tone for the rest of his Olympics there. Nailed it. In the free skate, Vincent Zhou competed. He did not do that great. Unfortunately, had some errors and ended up finishing third, way below what everybody kind of expected him to. But I mean, what are you going to do? And unfortunately for Vincent, this was the only time he got to skate. He did not get to compete in the individual event. He tested positive for COVID. It was really heartbreaking. It sucks to have made it that far. And I think it was literally the day before the competition, and he tested positive and was not able to compete. So definitely my heart goes out to him on that. Skating for the women for the U.S., Karen Chen skated both sections of the competition. She definitely underperformed in the short program. She finished fifth, fell on her triple loop. You know, I think a lot of people were expecting her to come in second, maybe third in the short program, and she ended up finishing all the way down in fifth. But thankfully, in the free skate, she got a little bit of redemption. She was able to come back and have a better skate overall. She still finished fourth. It would have been better had she finished a little higher than that, but, you know, at least for her, you know, she was able to kind of erase all of the bad juju from the first performance, and hopefully that will help her heading into the individual event. I believe the women skate next week, so fingers crossed that'll help her. Pair skating, Alexa Knierim, Brandon Fraser did a really great job. I was very impressed with them in the short program. They really, I don't know, they seemed just kind of refreshed and renewed to me. I thought they were fast, they were quick, the program was great. Unfortunately, that did not last because in the free skate, it was a bit of a cluster. Alexa just was a bit of a hot mess, to be honest. To the point at the end of the performance, you could see her be like, I'm sorry. Like, she just was not there. In the end, they ended up finishing in last place in the free skate. So the points, they ended up getting third place in the short program, last place in the free skate. Not the best. Honestly, the MVPs of the USA team event were Nathan Chen, got his 10 points, and then both of the ice dance teams kind of knocked it out of the park. Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue killed it in the rhythm dance. I was so proud of them. It was a fabulous performance. Ended up coming in first place, and then same thing for Madison Chalk and Evan Bates in the free dance. Again, nailed it and placed first. So 10 points, top points for both of the dance teams. So really overall good. There were some underperforming moments for a couple of people, but in the end, the USA did a really good job. So very proud of them. And then finally, we have Japan coming in third here. Shoma Uno was beautiful in the short program. I think he's just such a new skater to me. I feel like he's just kind of come into his own in the past couple of years here, but we'll talk about that later. He finished second in the short program, right behind Nathan. And then we had Yuma Kagiyama take over in the free skate, and he won by a good margin too. Like he again, this was kind of setting the stage for what was to come in the individual event. He's just such an adorable guy. His reaction in the kiss and cry is just always, he's so cute. He's so cute. You can tell he's really happy to be out there and competing, and just kind of looking at the pictures and the video just from his time in Beijing right now, you can tell he's really soaking everything in and enjoying the moment. So he totally killed it in the free skate. Top points for him there. As for the women, Wakaba Higuchi did the short program. She killed it. I thought this was the best she had skated all season long of this program. I really wasn't feeling this program until she skated it like this. No triple axel, but everything was clean, and she performed it so beautifully. I get it now. I get why this program is good, and I thought she was absolutely amazing. And then in the free skate, Kaori Sakamoto came up big in a big way. Second place, of course, behind Kamila, but she nailed it. I mean, the girl had rockets strapped to her skates. She was going so fast. She just flew into every jump, flew out of every jump. She nailed it. Completely amazing. Just very proud of my Japanese women here. Both of them killed it, and I'm so excited that both of them get a medal. I'm very excited about that because I don't necessarily see it happening in the individual event, but the fact that both of them will have an Olympic medal makes me very, very excited. As for the pairs, we had Miura and Kihara did a great job in the short program. coming in 4th place there, and then also competed in the free skate, finishing 2nd overall there. Again, I thoroughly enjoy watching them skate. They are a pair of skaters who you can tell, again, kind of like Yuma, Kagiyama, you can tell they enjoy skating. Like, they love being out there, they love performing. In the ice dance, we had Misato Komatsubara and Tim Coletto, 7th place overall in the short program, rhythm dance. I'm really bad at that. But we're able to get into that final group because of the strength of everybody else, thankfully. So they got that opportunity to compete again in the free dance. And I mean, they did a great job. They did a great job. You can tell this is another one of them just kind of seizing the moment and going with it. So really excited for Team Japan to get that medal. As for Canada, definitely have to give a shout out to the surprise of the event for me. Madeline Skizas did amazing. She was 3rd in the short program, almost hit 70 points. And then in the free skate, finished 3rd again. She beat out Karen Chen. 132.04 was her score. Like, I think she just kind of threw her name in the hat for a surprise top 10 finish. When she skates, she's pretty powerful. I was impressed with her. So really excited to see her come out and kind of make a name for herself. So that's basically it for the team event, but it's kind of not, because the medals have not been awarded as of today. There's some ongoing investigation going on. Unfortunately, news broke about a day or 2 ago that, you know, there'd been a delay at the medal event, and everybody was wondering what was going on, and they said it was a legal reason. And then the next day it came out that, well, there's a bit of a doping incident going on, but nobody knew who it was. And somebody said it had something to do with weed. And they were talking about one of the Russian ice dancers. And then everybody's jaw just kind of hit the floor and everybody's head exploded when the news broke that it was actually Kamila Valieva who had tested positive for some banned substance. So we still don't have all of the facts. All of this is alleged right now because nothing has been officially released, but we're going off of what the Russian media has come up with, what the rest of the media has come up with. Supposedly, a tested sample from Kamila back in December showed traces of some drug called trimetazidine or whatever. It's some kind of heart medication, and it's banned. It's not a performance enhancing drug, but it is something that could give you an edge because I think it helps like oxidize the blood more and also kind of regulate your heartbeat a little bit. Essentially, whatever it does is something that would allow somebody who does not have a heart condition, it would allow that person to kind of sustain a higher level of physical exertion for a longer period of time. Meaning that if you're out there training quads or running a program, you're not going to tire out as quickly as you would due to this drug. This is awful. I mean, Russia's already on thin ice. They're already banned as far as, you know, the Olympics goes, which is why they're not competing under their flag or their actual name. So, you know, if this turns out that this is what's happening, one, in my mind, Kamila bears no responsibility. She's 15. She's a child, okay? She's a kid. And I think more than anything, and I try to stay away from this when I'm doing this channel because I know that it's just kind of polarizing. You have a lot of people when it comes to Itiri Tupuritse and her group, they kind of go for the jugular or whatever. And a lot of times I try to just kind of stay away from the coaching drama, but it's to the point now where you can't ignore it when you're talking about a 15-year-old child being tested positive for heart medication that would usually be for somebody 3 or 4 times her age. Like, you can't do that. Like, who knows what kind of side effects that could have on her later on in life, all for the glory of winning a medal. Like, give me a break. This is ridiculous at this point. And right now there's a big kind of question mark as to what happens now. Like, okay, so does that mean that Kamila gets disqualified? If she gets disqualified, does that mean the whole Russian team loses out on their medal? Or does that mean that it just kind of nullifies her results and then the scores change? Does that mean that she has been banned from competing in the individual event? it's a lot of kind of murky stuff going on right now because nobody really knows, because on top of the fact that, again, nothing is set in stone, but one thing that they have been talking about is the fact that she is a minor, which means she's kind of protected from getting in trouble, almost, so to speak. So it should be that the blame would go to the coaches, which 100% it should be. It's just a lot of crap, and I feel like this sucks so hard. I actually really like Kamila. I think she's a beautiful skater, and I was looking forward to kind of her coronation here. She's an incredible skater, but with this information kind of looming over your head now, it's tainted it a little bit. You know, I don't think she really needed it. You know, she seems like a naturally enough gifted person that you wouldn't need to dope her up to get her to this level, but who knows? And furthermore, it raises all kinds of questions regarding everybody else on Itiri's team. Does that mean that Sasha and Anna have also had this drug? Does this mean that Tarasova and Morozov, the pair skaters, what about her daughter, Diana? Like, it's very far reaching, the consequences that this could have, the repercussions that this could have, not only on the team, but just kind of in general on that entire freaking camp. And at this point, I just can't see that the ISU would do anything other than investigate, despite the fact that people have been kind of screaming for some kind of investigation into Itiri's camp and the methods that they use and everything for eons. Like, I don't think you can ignore this. If all of this alleged stuff turns out to be true, again, we don't have anything concrete right now. We're still waiting to find out what's going on. Again, medals have not been awarded. Nobody knows anything, but it has definitely cast a pretty crappy shadow over everything. And I just, more than anything, my heart breaks for Kamila, because this is a very talented, beautiful girl. And I feel like regardless what happens, everybody's going to look at her kind of with the side eye now. Like, oh, yeah, you're doing these quads and these triple axles, but you also got caught doping, if that's what ends up happening. And it just kind of, it taints her moving forward in everything that she's doing. And I'm so mad at the coaches and the doctors and her parents. Like, how would you guys let this happen? It just sucks so hard. And I don't know. It's just, we've reached a limit now where it's just, there's nothing else that can be said other than this is disgusting and something needs to be done. So again, we're waiting for official word. No clue what's going to happen, but something needs to happen. If by chance this gets swept under the rug, it's going to open up a floodgate of all kinds of crap coming from every single area. It's not going to be good. So hopefully there'll be some kind of resolution to this, but either way, I'm devastated for her. If by chance she doesn't get to compete, I don't even want to think about it. Like, just a kid. She's a kid. She's a child. She's 15. She can't even drive. Like, she's a child. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, moving on. Finally, we'll just take a look at the men's event. It wrapped up last night. Coming in first, winning both sections of the competition, Nathan Chen of the United States. I am really happy for him. I am. I can't even lie. I feel like coming into this, there was a big question mark over his head. Like, he's been dominant for so long, for like the last 4 years. So if he were to come into this event and falter again or fail to, deliver, it would kind of tarnish that reputation. It's like, oh, you can rule on the regular stage, but when you get to the big stage, you freeze up, you choke, you can't deliver. And thankfully that was not the case. He was pretty much perfect in the short program. The free skate was great. He had a couple of little bobbles here and there, but by the time all was said and done, it really didn't matter. He won this one going away. Overall score 332 points. He set the world record in the short program. He was on. The way I could look at this and just say this was his Olympics. This is the 2018. Everybody was like, oh, it's his time. It's his time. It wasn't his time. 2022, this was his time. This was his competition, and he won. And I'm really happy for him. I know there are a lot of people, namely Yuzuru Hanyu fans who are just up his ass about everything, talking about Nathan in terms of what he didn't do or, overscoring this, that, the other. I do agree that Nathan does get overscored in the program component scores, but to be honest, what do you expect? Like, are you new here or what? Like, when you are good, when you land the jumps, when you consistently win, the PCS go up. This is not unique to Nathan. It's basically how it goes. I mean, the guy was undefeated for basically 4 years. He's lost one time in the last 4 years. So when you have that kind of track record behind you, you get the boost. And whether it's fair or not, it's how it is. It's how it's always been in this sport. Personally, I probably would have had him maybe about 2 to 3 points lower in PCS. But I mean, overall, he did what he needed to do. And even if by chance you go in and adjust the PCS, the program component scores for inflation, he still wins it by like, I don't know what, 10 plus points. So to me, I was happy, no complaints. Whether the scores were inflated or not, I felt like he was the deserved winner of this. So congrats to him on that gold medal. I'm super excited for him, and it is probably the only gold medal that the United States is going to see at these Olympics, unless, some stuff happens with the team event. But again, we don't know anything about that. Coming in second here, getting that silver medal, Yuma Kagiyama of Japan. I am a Yuma fan now. I had paid a little bit of attention to him, but I think he has kind of won me over completely over the course of the last week between his team performances and then his performances in the individual event. I just think he's amazing. I adored his short program. I think it's the When You're Smiling one. And I tweeted, I was like, I don't know about y'all, but like, I am smiling. I could not help but watch him and smile. Like, I remember when I first saw that program, he wasn't really performing. Like, the song is saying When You're Smiling, and he was just kind of deadpan in the face, like nothing was going on. But you can see how much he's grown over the last year. There's personality there. He just completely drew me into the performance. And then he kicked ass on the jumps too. So no complaints whatsoever. He came in second there, came into the free skate. It wasn't as great, but it was still pretty damn amazing. Everybody struggled just a little bit. Like, nobody had a completely clean free skate all over, not even Nathan. But I mean, he was amazing. He had 1/4 turn on his loop. And then also the half loop combination was supposed to be triple salto, was a double. So no major mistakes, but it wasn't perfect either. So he can score even higher than this. Overall, I'm just really happy for him. I think Yuma's going to be that guy, that next major star for Japan stepping up here. And I can't wait. I think he has so much more growing to do. I think he's going to be even more incredible than he is now. So absolutely all congratulations to Yuma. Very happy for him and his silver medal. Coming in third, getting that bronze medal, Shoma Uno. I mean, I had said it earlier, just kind of talk about the team event. I feel like Shoma is just kind of a different skater now. He went through that period where he was just struggling, like he was on the struggle bus horribly. But I think ever since he got with Lambiel, it was kind of slow, but he's turned the corner. He's found that confidence. He even said himself, he kind of fell back in love with the sport. And it shows. Like, that short program, so gorgeous. Absolutely loved it. Came in third here with that. And then the free skate wasn't his absolute best. Like I said, a couple of people struggled, and unfortunately Shoma was one of them. He had a fall, lost a couple points here and there, but thankfully he did such a great job in the short program that he was able to hang on and get that bronze medal. So I mean, that's 2 back-to-back Olympic medals for Shoma Uno, and that shows longevity, that shows sustainability. And I feel like he still has a lot more to show. And that is exciting because, again, he's another really beautiful performer. And I enjoy watching him so much. So congrats to Shoma on that bronze medal. Finishing in 4th place and breaking a lot of people's hearts, Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan. I did not know what to expect from Hanyu coming into this competition. You know, it's kind of been a little bit of a struggle for him, but I felt like he was not out of it. He most definitely was not out of it until the short program here. Within, what was it, maybe 30 seconds of his program, you know, if you needed proof that this just was not meant to be for him, he hits a rut in the ice and is unable to take off for his quad sal, pops the jump, and I was kind of in shock when I saw it. I think a lot of people were. I just gasped. I was like, wait, did that just happen? Like, it was terrible, but you know, even though he missed the jump, he bounced right back, got the rest of the jumps done. The program, the Rondo program, is stunning. I'd expect nothing less from him. And kind of after that program, you know, it was sad because he finished in 8th place in the short program, and barring some kind of disaster, there was no way he was going to get gold. But it kind of occurred to me at that point that it wasn't meant to be. He's not necessarily meant to be the person at the front of the pack anymore. And that's okay. I mean, the man has been at the front of the pack for how long? Like, it's okay to not be first, you know, but more importantly, he doesn't have to lead in that way, because I feel like he's leading in other ways. He's innovating. Okay, we get to the free skate and he goes for that quad axel. I was scared. Like, you know, watching him do that jump, it's insane. I don't think anybody other than Yuzu has the balls to go for that, but he went for it and he damn near rotated it too. So close. It was deemed under rotated, but I mean, it's very obvious that, you know, a few more months, if he continues, this is something that he could historically land. That would be, and that's kind of where we are with Yuzuru Hanyu at this point. And I, you know, at a certain point, and I honestly think for him, it was 4 years ago, at a certain point in a skater's legacy, especially when you're talking about a skater who is a legend, like Hanyu is a legend, at a certain point, everything becomes extra. And I think we hit that point after that second gold medal. Basically, anything that happened after 2018 to me was extra. Like, you don't need a third gold medal to prove to everybody that you are one of the greatest, if not the greatest skater ever. You know, it's basically there. It's all on paper. Everybody can see it. And a gold medal is not going to change that. And a lack of a gold medal is not going to change that either. So for me, it wasn't about him coming here to win. It was about, one, continuing to compete. I mean, incredible. He's been through 3 Olympic cycles, which is just mind-boggling when you look at some of these skaters who can't last for more than, you know, 2 to 3 years. And for him to finish right off of the podium, it's incredible. And he is one of those once-in-a-lifetime skaters. We don't get that kind of longevity. You don't get that kind of impact. And he's still doing it. Like, I was heartbroken for him, because it was obvious to see that he was trying to accomplish something and it just didn't go the way he wanted it to. But I feel like he accomplished something even better than that in terms of going for that quad axel and then finishing out the skate. He fell on the quad axel, he fell on his next jump, but he came back and finished strongly. The program is gorgeous. You know, no, he didn't win. He did not medal, but it's beyond that at this point. I'm very proud of Yuzuru, and I know that this was kind of a stressful event for him. You know, he said that he didn't really enjoy it, and that's kind of heartbreaking, because you want them to enjoy this experience. But, you know, win, lose, or draw, he is amazing. He is one of my favorites. He's the reason I started watching men's skating, to be perfectly honest. I was always watching the women. I think he is incredible, once in a lifetime kind of skater. And again, nothing that happens is going to change that. So congratulations to him on his 4th place finish and that quad axel. He didn't land it, but that was a moment. That was a moment. And again, I am in awe of him. I am in awe. Coming in 5th was Jeonwa Cha of Korea. I thought his short program was absolutely stunning. That quad sal just catches so much air. Such a beautiful jump for him. Thoroughly enjoyed his short program. He had a little bit of an issue in the free skate, but 5th overall. Very excited for him. Jason Brown, you know, so many people just bagged all over him when he got the nod to come here, but he finished in sixth place. Like, and when you go back and look at the score, to say he did not complete a quad, he was about less than 2 points out of fourth place. Like, it's incredible how amazing he is. His short program was absolutely gorgeous. As I've said it a billion times, Centerman is a work of art. Like, it needs to be studied by anybody who is a choreographer who wants to learn movement and phrasing. And he is just incredible. Both him and, gotta give shout out to Roheen Ward, his choreographer. The two of them as a pair, it's total like Michelle Kwan, Lori Nickel vibes back in the late 90s. Like, they make magic when they come together. And it was so great to see Jason come out and skate that program so perfectly. And then he followed it up with a gorgeous performance of Schindler's List. I mean, what else can you ask for? I feel like Jason is just the gift that keeps giving. He is a skater who proves that you don't have to jump 9 billion quads to be an amazing skater. No, he was not able to get to the podium, but the impact that he made on everyone, I feel like you get it. Like, the audience got it. There weren't a ton of people there, but for the people who were there, you appreciate it. You notice that you're seeing something really beautiful. And no quads, but you know, he basically, I think I saw somebody on Twitter basically say everything else that he did was basically equal to the quad. Like, his skating skills, his spins, the choreography, all of that is worth a quad in my mind. And I would agree. So very proud of Jason. Sixth place here. Super excited for him. So again, just congratulations to all of the medalists. Nathan on the gold medal, Yuma the silver, Shoma the bronze, and of course Yuzuru coming in fourth place here. It doesn't matter. Again, medals are just medal at this point. The man is a freaking legend. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and check back soon. We got a lot of skating left to go. Okay, bye.